A new video called "The Coming is Near" has reportedly been approved by the Iranian government. The video claims that the coming of the Mahdi, Islam's Messiah, is very near. It says that the present upheaval in the Middle East is a sign that the coming of the Mahdi is imminent. What does the Iranian government really believe? We'll talk about it today on Politics and Religion.
Look, there are two things I don't discuss: politics and religion.
In my house, we don't talk about politics and we don't talk about religion.
I'll talk to you about anything except politics and religion.
I never talk about politics and religion.
Politics determines how we'll live here on earth. Religion determines how we'll live forever. I'm Irvin Baxter. I think it's time we talk about it. We had a great weekend with the Pentecostals of South Lake in Maryville, Indiana. What a great 3 days of our prophecy conference there, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And I hope they enjoyed me being there as much as I enjoyed being with them. Our next prophecy conference will be this Saturday in Spokane, Washington. So all of you in the Spokane area that are listening today, make sure you mark your calendar. Be out there. If you'd like to call and register, we'd appreciate it. 1-800-Endtime, just to let everybody know you're there and make sure we have enough seats for you. So anyway, it's going to be a great week again. Also, don't forget that tomorrow evening I will be on with Dr. Paul Crouch on TBN. That'll be 9 o'clock Central Time. He has invited me out to discuss some prophecy things. So we will be there. And of course, every single week we are on TBN on Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. And don't forget, we're also on the church channel every Saturday night at 8, every Monday night at 9. We're on Daystar every Sunday evening at 10:30, every Monday evening at 10. So the word is getting out and our phones are ringing incessantly from around the world. We're so appreciative because we get to participate in carrying the whole gospel to the whole world. We're going to talk today about a new development, and this is something we really need to know. Iran is the center of all of the turmoil in the Middle East. They fund Hezbollah, which just within the last month or two toppled the government of Lebanon. They also fund Hamas, which is firing rockets into southern Israel and threatened to trigger another war there. They also have sympathy with the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, and now then the Muslim Brotherhood is also moving in Libya as a result of our intervention there with the no-fly zone. So Iran is sitting at the heart of this, plus they are just waiting for American troops to leave Iraq so that they can move in and fill that vacuum. And Iran, at its core, is very, very religious. Now, there's nothing wrong with being religious, nothing wrong with being very religious, as long as you believe the truth. However, if your religion leads you to believe that you are an instrument of a war that's going to totally destabilize the earth, now then religion becomes a destructive force. Well, that's what's actually going on. This report comes in from CBN News today. Iranian video says Mahdi is near. Listen to a couple of paragraphs. New evidence has emerged that the Iranian government sees the current unrest in the Middle East as a signal that the Mahdi, or Islamic Messiah, is about to appear. CBN News has obtained a never-before-seen video produced by the Iranian regime that says all the signs are moving into place and that Iran will soon help usher in the end times. You know, it's really amazing that the Muslims believe in the end times, the Jews believe in the end times, Christians believe in the end times. However, Jews are looking for the first coming of the Messiah, Christians are looking for the second coming of the Messiah in the form of Jesus Christ, and Muslims are looking for the appearance of the Mahdi, who will be to them their Messiah in one way or another. So it's interesting what's happening. Now, to make sure you really understand what's going on, it is a belief among some Muslims, not all, but some Muslims, particularly Shiite Muslims, and a segment of the Shiite Muslims called the Twelvers, they believe that the Mahdi will come, that he actually came to the earth 1,000 years ago. However, for some reason, perhaps because he was not being received, he went into hiding, and they believe he's been in hiding for the last 1,000 years. But they have many prophecies in their scriptures, in particular the Hadith talks about the coming Mahdi, and that the Mahdi will reveal himself to Islam and then to the world. However, couched in all this is the belief that before the Mahdi comes, there will be a great war. Well, Mr. Ahmadinejad of Iran believes that Iran is destined to be an instrument, a perpetrator of that war. And as a matter of fact, in this particular article, it states that Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, according to the video says that Ahmadinejad will conquer Jerusalem prior to the Mahdi's coming. Let me read it exactly, because you got to get this. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei and Hassan Nasrallah, leader of Iran's terrorist proxy Hezbollah, are hailed as pivotal end-time players whose rise was predicted in Islamic scriptures. Now, these people are believing that they actually are players in Islamic scriptures in the prophecy. It goes on to say, the same goes for Iran's President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, who the video says will conquer Jerusalem prior to the Mahdi's coming. Okay, now, Ahmadinejad and also the Ayatollah Khamenei has just within the last few weeks reviewed this video called The Coming is Near. And this video claims they are in the prophecies of the Islamic scriptures, and that Ahmadinejad in particular is going to conquer the city of Jerusalem. So let's look at the world through Mr. Ahmadinejad's eyes right now. I mean, this man is a believer. He believes it so strong that he stood in front of the United Nations and spoke to the world and prayed that God would grant quickly for his servant, the Mahdi, to be revealed and to bring peace on earth, goodwill toward men. I mean, he's doing this publicly. Can you imagine a U.S. president standing there? I wish he would stand there and talk about the coming of Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world. But we haven't had anybody that had the faith level or the nerve to do that in my memory. I don't know that we've ever had anybody that was quite strong enough in their religious beliefs to do that. But this man is. I mean, if you'll listen to his speeches, he always talks about the coming of the Holy One, the coming of the 12th Imam, which is the same thing as the Mahdi. And of course, the Mahdi is, like I said, a similar term to Messiah. Well, now then, this video has been prepared and was previewed by the Islamic government. They now apparently, according to this report at least, have placed their stamp of approval on it, and they intend to begin showing it around the Arab world. And they say in this film that the present disturbance sweeping through, first of all, of course, Lebanon, and then Tunisia, then Egypt, now Libya, Yemen, and all the other places where this turbulence is sweeping through. They are saying in this film that all of this makes up signs that the coming of the Mahdi is very, very near. So if you were Ahmadinejad and you believed that your holy scriptures that you believe in with all of your heart prophesy that you will conquer Jerusalem, what would you do? I know what I would do. If I were persuaded that I was in the Bible, I believe the Bible is God's word. So, if I believed that I was in the Bible and that I was supposed to do certain things, I'll be honest, I would prepare to do those things. Well, that's what Mr. Ahmadinejad believes. He believes he's in the Quran or in the Hadith, and that he's destined to build up the forces of Iran, that the demise of the United States of America is soon to come. He sees signs of it everywhere. We're in debt beyond belief. Every time we move into a new area of the Middle East, we become more unpopular. So he's looking at all this, and it is his belief that the resources and the strength of the United States is being drained off by these huge expenditures. I'm talking about trillions of dollars that the Americans, that us, we, the American people, have had to pay to finance all these wars. I mean, we've been in war. 1991, Afghanistan, we're still there. 1993, Iraq, we're still there. Now we're in Libya. Now they're saying, well, we're getting ready for the long haul in Libya. We may be there a long time. Well, why do we want to be there a long time? I'm sad to tell you, I think it's because we want to ensure our sources of oil, because oil is the lifeblood of the U.S. economy. So we now have a presence in Iraq. Yes, we're withdrawing some of our soldiers, but many people think we will maintain 50,000 troops there for many years to come. We're also in Pakistan, so we're in, I should have said Afghanistan. We are secretly have a presence in Pakistan as well. So when you see all this, how far can we maintain it? Now, most empires have fallen because they overextended and they drained their economic resources until finally it brought about the demise of their empire, of their nation. Many people think that's what's happening to the United States of America right now, and many of them want to withdraw and say, let's mind our own business, let God and the rest of the world manage itself. Let's reinvent America. Let's pull all of our troops home. Let's get our employment up. Let's get this fabulous machine, this fabulous economy called the United States of America. Let's let it perform like it really can. And let's strengthen ourselves, and let's be strong enough to protect our citizens on our home front for the foreseeable future. So this is what's going on today. This film is getting ready to be circulated throughout the Middle East. It is a propaganda piece, to say the least, but it is being produced and distributed with the full approval of the Iranian government. Now, why do I mention this today? Well, simply because there's a prophecy in the Bible that a war is going to come out of this part of the world that will kill 1/3 of the human race, 1/3 of mankind. So, this war that Mr. Ahmadinejad believes he's destined, ordained by God, to begin, could that be the war that will wipe out 1/3 of the human race? I don't know the answer to that. The Bible does not specifically say what spark will ignite the war. The Bible doesn't say that. It just says that the war will emanate from the Euphrates River area. And Euphrates River is the chief water source of the Middle East. So this war is coming. There's no doubt about it. And this new video that's just been put out, very, very interesting when we consider the ramifications. By the way, if you'd like a copy of our DVD World War III, it's available to you. Give us a call. The number to call is 1-800-END-TIME.
Endtime Ministries presents End of the Age, a 30-minute commercial-free TV show hosted by Irvin Baxter. Every Monday, End of the Age airs on the Church Channel at 9 p.m. and on Daystar at 10 p.m. and on TBN every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. all Central Standard Time. On End of the Age, Irvin depicts how modern issues like an establishment of a one-world government, the religion of Islam, a coming World War III, and more line up so clearly with Bible prophecies written over 2,000 years ago. To get tomorrow's news today, be sure to tune into End of the Age every Monday on the Church Channel at 9 p.m. and on Daystar at 10 p.m. and on TBN every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., all Central Standard Time. Visit endtime.com for more details or call us at 1-800-ENDTIME. That's 1-800-363-8463.
The Bible prophesies